What up, humans? Kurumi here, and welcome to the Mobile Legends Bootcamp. In this video, we are going to talk about the Assassin Mage, Gusion. Gusion has a good set of blink, area of effect, and burst skills. Our Holy Blade, Gusion, is an Assassin Mage hero. I consider Gusion as a mobile Assassin Mage since most of his skills gives Gusion the ability to dash and blink. Not only that, his passive instantly resets his skill's cooldown, making him cast again his burst skill. Now, let me share some tips and tricks on how to use Gusion based on my experience. I will also teach you some combos and techniques on the latter part of this bootcamp. But before that, let me explain his skills one by one for further understanding. Gusion's passive, Dagger Specialist, buffs his basic attack when his passive has 3 stacks. Each time Gusion casts a spell, a rune is added to Gusion's dagger. After stacking 3 runes, his next basic attack will deal additional damage, which is equivalent to 15% of the target's missing health points. This attack also restores health points equal to 80% of the damage dealt. Gusion's first skill, Soaring Spike, lets Gusion throw a dagger to a specified direction. The first target hit by the dagger will receive a certain amount of magic damage. This skill can be used again. After using this skill again, Gusion will dash towards the target hit by the dagger.
To the hidden blade, all life is equal.
His second skill, Shadowblade Slaughter, lets Gusion throw daggers forward, each dealing certain amount of magic damage. Targets hit by the dagger will have their movement speed reduced for a short period. Gusion can use this skill again. After using this skill again, Gusion will recall the daggers thrown. When enemies are hit by the recalled daggers, they will receive a certain amount of magic damage. Take note that the initial release of the daggers has higher damage compared to the recalled daggers. Gusion's ultimate skill, Incandescence, lets Gusion blink toward the specified direction. On casting this skill, his first and second skills cooldowns are immediately refreshed, making it available again. This skill can be used again to dash towards a specified direction. If you have thrown 5 daggers and haven't recalled them yet, using your ultimate then casting Shadowblade Slaughter again will produce another 5 daggers, giving you 10 active daggers in the battlefield, just waiting for your command to be recalled. There are so many items that you can buy for Gusion. You can either focus on cooldown items, or items that gives you high magic power and durability. For me, I choose to buy items that grants cooldown reduction, magic penetration, and health points. As for starting item, you can consider buying magic shoes. This will grant you additional cooldown reduction and movement speed. This will give you less time on waiting for your skills cooldown. Buying magic items, such as lightning truncheon, will help you deal more burst damage. This item gives you magic power, mana, and cooldown reduction. Its unique passive will deal magic damage to your target and 2 other enemies when you use a skill. This unique passive has a short cooldown. You might want to consider Calamity Reaper. This grants you magic power, mana regen, and cooldown reduction. Its unique passive will buff your next basic attack after using a skill. Your next basic attack will deal extra true damage equivalent to a percentage of your magic attack. This unique passive has a short cooldown. Your move speed is also boosted after being granted with the buff. Another item to keep in your tab is Concentrated Energy. It provides additional health points, magic power, and magical life steal. Spell Vamp can greatly increase your survivability. Given you deal burst damage, you regenerate a portion of your spell's damage. This is pretty helpful since Gusion usually dives in team fights. You can also consider Winter Truncheon. This item gives you magic power, physical defense, and health points. Its unique passive grants you a clickable skill, Frozen. Upon clicking, your hero becomes frozen. Your hero can't do anything, but will be immune to all damage and debuff. This effect lasts for 2 seconds. Lastly, you can consider Divine Glaive. This item grants magic power. Its unique effect grants a certain percentage of magic penetration on your skills. In addition, its unique passive grants extra magic penetration when your HP is above a certain amount. The item build for Gusion really depends on the enemy's lineup. So make sure to read each item's description so you can adapt in-game. One of the best spells to be used on Gusion is Retribution. You can use Retribution to farm faster. You can also use it to slow enemy heroes when you have the specific jungle item for it. Using Retribution with Pillager Axe also grants a shield depending on your max health points. This shield can be helpful for your durability during team fights. You can also use Flicker on Gusion. This can really help you survive team fights, even death. It can also help you chase enemies or attack enemies by surprise. In my opinion, the best emblem set to be used is the Custom Mage Emblem set. Custom Mage Emblem could provide extra stats according to your needs as a mage. Set agility to its max level because it can give you additional movement speed. Higher movement speed means higher chance to chase enemies or escape death. Setting observation to max level will provide additional magic penetration on your skills. Higher magic penetration deals more magic damage to enemies. That means your skills will be more explosive. Get Impure Rage to deal extra damage depending on the enemy's current HP. Impure Rage also restores your mana. For me, it's the best thing to get since Impure Rage has only 5 seconds cooldown. This makes his skills more powerful with Impure Rage since it has low cooldown. The mana restored by Impure Rage helps you to avoid buying items with high mana regen. Set second skill to max level first. Prioritizing this makes the base damage higher and cooldown lower. That means you can deal more damage to the target with this skill. Prioritize first skill less since his second skill is what you need for burst damage. Always upgrade his ultimate skill when available for upgrading. Gusion skills are pretty hard to handle since you need to aim properly. Not only that, you must get the proper timing for his skills to get the most damage from his skills. Before we talk about my combo for Gusion, let me further discuss his skills. His passive not just deals additional damage, but it also regenerates a portion of the damage dealt. This is pretty useful when inside team fights, since you need all the survivability you can get. Every spell cast will add a rune for his passive. Your skills doesn't need to hit an enemy to have a rune. You just need to cast a skill. By means of casting a skill, it also includes re-clicking your skills. Now for his first skill. Gusion dashes towards the marked enemy. This is pretty good for chasing enemies or escaping death. This can be used on minions and jungle monsters. Also, the dagger passes through walls. This is a great combo with your second skill, which will be explained later. Gusion's second skill is his first skill. The initial cast have more damage than the recalled daggers. I suggest you go near the enemy and cast the daggers. This way, the enemy will feel the wrath of the 5 daggers. For the recalling of daggers, it's preferable that you are beside the enemy. This is to ensure that the enemy will receive most of the damage of the recalled daggers. For this skill's cooldown, do take note that it only refreshes when you recall the daggers. So make sure to recall the daggers ASAP if not needed. His ultimate grants him the mobility like no one else. Imagine having a blink and dash skill. That's pretty intense for being mobile. Not just it makes him mobile, it also refreshes the cooldown of his first and second skill. For his second skill, he can have 10 daggers active at most in the battlefield. This can be pretty explosive since when you recall your daggers, 10 daggers can pierce the enemy. I usually follow a combo for Gusion. First, I cast my second skill first towards the enemy. But it depends since I also cast my first skill either before or after that. Then, I use my ultimate skill to blink beside the enemy. This is to also refresh the cooldown of my skills. Then, I use second skill again. This time, the enemy will feel all the daggers since you are beside the enemy. Then, I use my first skill. Now, I can use either second skill or first skill depending on the placing of the knives. On this scenario, the knives are scattered around me and the enemy. So I use my first skill then second skill instantly. This dashes me towards the enemy, while the knives are being recalled. When I touch the enemy, the knives have also damaged the enemy, leaving ashes behind. Regarding the proper recalling of knives, you have to consider the placing of the knives. I recommend to dash to the enemy using first skill. Then just recall the daggers immediately after clicking the first skill. This way, the enemy will still feel the wrath of your daggers. Regarding using Flicker on Gusion, this is the best spell for me. I use Flicker to escape the team fight after killing enemies inside the team fight. Additional tip, regeneration really saves lives. Just make sure to use it on the right timing. The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Gusion. This video just guides you on how to use Gusion the Kurumi way. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Gusion. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to my channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the featured video on our channel for the mechanics. See you on the next Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Cheers.